Yes, so hi Dennis. I'm very happy and thankful that we had this talk, this interview last time. Now I'm about to answer the questions that you have written me. I made myself some notes, so I hope it will be okay. And so black and white is for me a way to minimize, to reduce the image to the smallest points. Like, color has so many forms of manifestation, so many grays of shadows, tones, so many grays of tones, tonalities. So I find it quite overwhelming, and I find it quite like I need to take some steps back in order to go there. I prefer to create around what feels meaningful to me, what feels close, what feels personal. It's really feelings, expressions, as a true curiosity, but as a true bravery that I try to face in creating the stories, which is a form of an event that takes place, and it can be an event which is interior, which is a feeling that surfaces, and then we are just observing it, or we are getting aware of it, we are looking at it, and sometimes it's becoming an interplay with someone else, sometimes it's another person, sometimes it's another event, sometimes it's the nature itself. But there is the material also, which is saying, hey, I'm here, and you have to notice me. And it's also working with things that are not perfect, things that we cannot preview. And so I really love it. A movie, a film, it takes several steps, but now we are talking about the shooting. So you have to be present during the shooting completely because of its limitations. And everyone participating in the shooting also needs to be present. And that is something very dear to me because it's just so difficult. We are not living in a society which is encouraging presence. Everything is about rushing, everything is about doing fast things, doing it kind of good or good enough or just perfect, but we have to rush and do more and more. And so sometimes we are also skipping the presence because we just don't think it's important. There it really depends on how I work with actors. I have experience of working directly with actors without big explanation, just reducing the experience to its minimum and saying, okay, I think what's coming up here is the feeling of being able to breathe, for example. And so just the breathing and just the feeling, okay, it's okay, I'm alive, I'm here, is what comes up. And then the film is happening around that. Like, for example, with one of my work called Morning Dew. So we have a way also of filmmaking, which is more focused about creating space in which the viewer, the active viewer, will have the possibility to go through he's invited, and he has also the possibility to go through his own space of consciousness to understand what is happening. And what is happening itself is not so much of big importance like how the individual person is experiencing of what is happening. You make one film and it can be interpreted in a million ways, and it's just so amazing, I think. There's a common belief that a good movie is a movie in which we feel infused in, where we cannot say anymore what is real. And for me, it's just a form of addiction and the loss of your own consciousness. Like, what is really precious is you as how you are and how you experience things. And just being aware of that is so precious. You have your own space of experience and feelings, and you are yourself the most true form of it. You will truly experience my work through your own truth, and it's fine, right? So it's really huge and it's really complex, and there's so many to say. So I don't know, I will end up here, and just know that you have my support, and I'm really thankful for this time we took together to say all of that. And you're always welcome for a conversation or an interview or a talk or whatever it is you feel like that could be said.